Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech, where we are recovering. We had a rough go of it there in that last mission. The Capellans are very upset with us, I think. Actually, we can check that. Bailing on a mission is real bad for your reputation. We are minus 30 with the Capellan Confederation. Disliked is how they gently put it. We get points if we get this meter all the way to the bottom. I guess that's what we're going for. So how can we make the Capellans hate us even more? Also, what is the current status of our stuff? We only have 3 functional mech warriors right now. So as much as I'd like to take another job, injuries might make that tricky. Our actual mech squad is in pretty okay shape, right? Like the Jenner didn't take too much damage. Yeah, we could put this in the repair queue, move it up to the top, and then we could just run without the Jenner, right? We could go Vindicator, Blackjack, Panther, Spider, but the Spider is just a real crummy mech. Maybe we can fix this thing up on the way to the next system. But I think what I want to do here is let's wait the one day to get the Jenner back in reasonable shape before taking another job. I think I want to try this job. We can always bounce if it looks undoable, but well, hold on. Who are the factions involved here? Okay, so the planetary government, there's no actual reputation with them, so we can't... It doesn't matter if we bail in that sense. And if we succeeded, it would make the Capellans hate us even more, which has suddenly become a priority. So yeah, this is very interesting. We should try this. We're going to have to hire another pilot, though. Let's go check the hiring hall. Maybe that's a thing we can actually do. My concern here is that there probably aren't any good pilots available. There are a bunch of pilots that we cannot hire because of our MRB rating. Oh man, our MRB rating was 50 before we bailed on that last job. Wasn't it? Hold on, I don't know if that's actually true. What is it right now? It's 47, we lost like 30 points. Yeah, we totally could have hired those guys previously. So, without that, we can only hire people who have extremely poor stats.
Aye, aye.
Man, this pilot is something. I would love to be able to hire a 646. 2 abilities already? That's crazy.
Waiting for orders.
But honestly, like, Sweep here would have been a great hire. These are reasonable stats. We could definitely train this young woman into something great. Unfortunately, what are my options now? 2322, 2332. Well, congratulations, Sand Cricket.
Orders?
You have 1 more point of stats than everybody else, and also you don't have that one voice that everybody who works for me has already, so that's a point in your favor as well. Just a Canopian commoner. I think we're going to do it. We're going to hire Sand Cricket here. What is your whole deal? I can't look at your full stat page until I hire you. Yeah, welcome aboard.
New mech warriors available.
Let's have a look. This is the one I want.
Yeah, Commander.
Sand Cricket, service record. So she's a Canopian, and she is from the periphery. These traits sometimes factor into events. No other traits, though, so okay. Just a pretty standard mech warrior. Well, we just need somebody to sit in the Panther, basically. Somebody's got to drive this thing. Alright, let's wait a day and then take a swing at this mission. Now, it is half a difficulty skull more difficult than the one we just had to flee from. But
we're nearly broke, Commander.
I hear you, man. I hear you. But that number's not everything. So we're going to be okay through the next financial report no matter what. And that's not even for another 29 days. We're going to be fine on money. Darius is too worried. But I would say that previous mission was way harder than most 2 skulls are. So, I don't know. We might be able to pull this off. If we did pull it off, we could certainly use all that money. Our munitions factory on Solardian is under threat because of a rumor about a cache of Star League equipment at the site. This malicious gossip about Lost Tech has brought hungry wolves to our door. We have arranged for a garrison force to be moved into place, but we need mercenary units to protect the factory until our forces arrive. Well, I'm pretty sure that I could fight a bunch of wolves with these robots. I don't think that should be a problem. Setting aside the rumors of Lost Tech, this contract is an excellent opportunity to take payment in mech parts and salvage rights, as local government mech techs are on site for recovery. I would expect that we're going to see some fancy stuff here, if people are responding to a rumor about Lost Tech. So maybe we want to take a little bit more... We could go 314 and still get 300,000 C-bills on this. And the Capellan Confederation will hate that. This is what I'm going to go for. If it turns out that there's no good loot on this mission, I'm going to be very cross about all the money I gave up. Alright, so let's try it. Sand Cricket is up. I probably want Sand Cricket in the Panther, right? As much as I love it when the Panther actually hits stuff with the PPC, it's only 1 point of gunnery less than Rocket has. And then the question is, do we want this? Do I want to swap the Jenner for the Blackjack or something? Do I want the person with sensor lock to be driving the mech that has the LRMs is another good question. Maybe I should swap these two. We probably want the Jenner to have Bulwark. The Blackjack needs direct line of sight to hit anything anyway. So yeah, maybe I want to swap these. And that way, the Vindicator, which is our most heavily armored mech, can still run up on people and Bulwark out. Sure footing is... fine. Sure footing's not like a great skill. It's okay. It's on the way to something we want, pretty much. Yeah, and this way, if it comes right down to it, we can have reckless sensor lock stuff from a distance so that Blackjack or so that Centurion can hit it with the Vindicator's LRMs. We got to get a bigger LRM pod in here, or change this out or something. LRM 5 is a pretty bad weapon in my opinion. But yeah, I think this is a reasonable squad. So we are showing up at basically. This is kind of a meter of what difficulties you are ready for. We are a full symbol below the suggested drop tonnage for this mission. And Darius would like to reinforce that point upon us. This drop looks like it might require more firepower than that. You know what, Darius? We're going to give it a shot anyway, because there's no real penalty for bailing on this one. Oh, I guess my MRB rating will fail, but it's already in the toilet, so who cares? We'll have plenty of time to build up our MRB rating. And I would love it if we could come out of this, if we could apply a little bit of strategy, punch a little bit above our weight class, and come out of this with something really, really nice to fix up on our way to the next system. Destroying an enemy mech's head or legs removes it from combat and increases the partial salvage you get. So if you defeat an enemy mech by just destroying the 2 legs, and you don't damage out any of the torso sections, you get 2 pieces, I believe. A thing that might be worth remembering here on this mission.
Initiated.
Although, frankly, none of our pilots are good enough at shooting at this point to be able to do that reliably. Alright, our contract mission is to defend this factory. We have scattered reports of incoming Capellan units. These would be the wolves our employer referred to. He heard that joke I made about how we could fight wolves, and he just wants to reinforce upon me. No, they were actually talking about mechs. It's a metaphor. All we have to do is hold them off until our employer's forces relieve us. Good luck. On this outing, we have some additional support from our employer. They have point defenses set up around the base, but they're offline. Friendly convoy of engineers is incoming. You know how this works. Escort them safely to the generators, and we can boost our defensive capabilities. What are we talking about in terms of point defenses here? Laser turret. Same turret. Okay. So the turrets are fine, but not, like, amazing. There are some turret designs that are really powerful. Oh, like this. The AC-20 SRM pod flamer turret. Honestly, all this stuff is kind of irrelevant, but I do love me... I probably have made this clear. I have strong feelings about the AC-20. I guess... Boy, there's not a lot of cover around here, is there? Can I get over to this side? I think what I want to do... with the Blackjack is hide over in these trees. I guess we could do that with the Vindicator too, because I really do want to be in a place where I have some cover and take advantage of Bulwark. Or I could take advantage of Bulwark by just guarding. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the best play is here. We should probably try to find cover. We're going to be potentially fighting some pretty difficult enemies. Let's be as ready for that as we can be. Oh, did I just get a read? Oh no, that was the sound of me becoming aware of the sniper turret. So we think they're coming in from here? Or do we think... Hold on. That might be that's the position of the enemy vanguard, right? That's where the camera zoomed over when they said, hey, Capellan units, look out. Also, man, this map looks nice. They've done some good environment artwork. Alright, well, we can't have everybody be on the same side. I'm going to have these two mechs over here. I'm going to have the Jenner and
Copy
the
that,
Panther
Commander.
over here, ready to play
On my
defense
way.
for the convoy. Until we actually see some enemies. Hopefully the convoy will make it most of the way here before we get actual engagement. And they're moving pretty fast. Nice when the ground is, like, reasonably clear and flat. So they're going to make it in probably, maybe even next turn. That would be lovely. So unfortunately, on a mission like this that has a big payout and a ton of objectives that you can do to get partial bonuses,
Hostile
the bonuses only affect your cash. They don't affect your part salvage. So like if we get a bunch of 30% bonuses or whatever, I'll be a little bit sad because we are not taking good advantage of that.
What's
All right,
up, boss?
no big surprises over here. I'm gonna reserve the fast mechs for the moment. I don't really need them to move first. All right, got a lot of threes coming in here. That's a cicada. Okay, not a great start for me. Also, there's no music, which is weird. That thing is maybe covered. That space might count as cover. Let's have Reckless move up and see what we can see.
Engaging jump jets.
Please crouch a little bit. I have to jump over you now. Okay, so the AC-5s have a pretty good shot at hitting from here. I could turn off the lasers to avoid generating any heat at all. We're trying to shoot. We don't have to shoot through cover. I'm gonna keep the lasers on for the moment. If we could take this thing down before the rest of its party shows up, it would be a big win for us.
All weapons committed.
Wow, good shooting. A little bit of damage straight through, and that took off the PPC. So this thing is just a machine gun and melee mech now. That was a really, really good opening shot. Okay, that thing has backed off considerably and is sensor locking us. Suggestive of the enemy force perhaps having some LRM mechs, maybe?
Stopping by.
Well, I can just move in. Leaving the Jenner in the open against what is potentially a force of pretty heavy mechs. Maybe a little dangerous. I'm going to reserve. We might reserve all the way down to 1. APCs will scatter in support, and we should see turrets coming online now. Yeah, I'm going to reserve all the way down to 1 to let any enemy mechs that might move actually move in. Also, if any of the enemies here, if any of our allies here want to take some shots and strip some evasion charges, I'm fine with that. That would also be cool. Okay, so they have something over there that moves on 1, which suggests that it's quite heavy. And it has what I might describe as a number of LRM pods attached to it.
Good to go.
Move the Panther up first. 65%? That's not too bad.
Position confirmed.
And the Panther's deep enough in the base that I doubt it will be the primary target for anybody.
Got it.
Okay. Where's it keeping that other machine gun? Okay, this thing's dead. Oh, but they have another something that moves on 1. My guess is that the thing we saw fire all those LRMs is an LRM vehicle, not a mech. They probably have a couple of super heavy vehicles, and then a couple of, like, medium-sized mechs. That's my guess based on
Coordinates received.
my understanding of enemy force composition from the previous campaign, which, again, was played on a different version of the game before a bunch of balancing, I'm sure, so I guess we'll see. This might be overkill, but I do not want to miss my chance to kill this thing now if we actually have it. Okay, machine gun ammo explosion. Anytime an ammo bin is in a location where a critical hit happens, there's a chance that it will explode and completely destroy that section of your mech. And for that reason, somebody pointed out, I probably should not have put the AC-5 ammo in the center of the blackjack. What I was thinking there was just like, oh, you know, if your center torso gets taken out, you're already dead. So stuff that's in the center torso is as safe as the mech itself. But I forgot about the ammo explosions.
Waiting for orders.
That's a real serious issue, so I should probably have been a little more careful. Let's see, I can't actually get forward far enough to shoot at anything here.
Acknowledged.
Alright, well, we can jump forward a bit, stand here in the safety. And unfortunately, Reckless is the one who has the sensor lock, which would enable the enemy, which would enable our turrets to do a little bit more shooting. So I guess we're probably just done getting murders here for this turn. But on the whole, I'd say this is a very encouraging beginning.
Waiting for orders.
But you can't get anywhere.
Yes, Commander.
I could run the Jenner down the hill a bit. We could try to get some early vision of this thing since we know it moves on 3. Gives me a little bit of time to get aggressive. I'm a little worried about exposing the Jenner to this degree, and that thing's pretty far away. Our shot's not going to be great. But just getting vision is good. The Jenner might be too lightly armed to just be exposing it like this. But it might let us find a PPC shot. I mean, that looks like a pretty clear line of sight from up there. Yeah, alright, let's risk it. Do I want to put any particular side forward? No, the Jenner weapons are spread all over the place. I actually kind of want to present my front in the hopes of spreading its attacks out. Oh, and I got another contact there. That's the other vehicle that moves on 1. A Hatchet Man with an AC-10. Alright, wow, this is a new mech. I've never seen this before. Melee attacks deal 70 extra damage? What? Okay, that's truly terrifying. You know what I might do here, actually, is a precision strike? Maybe I should save the precision strike, actually. I'm just thinking, if we lower his initiative to 2, then we get to mess him up with all of our mechs before he gets his move, and maybe I don't have to take a shot from that AC-10. Honestly, my odds of hitting are pretty okay with this. Would I have to turn off 1 laser? Ooh, I'd have to turn off 2 lasers to not overheat. So altogether, this is probably not that great. I'm not going to do this. We'll just do a normal shot. Maybe I won't even fire any lasers then, because this shot's really not going to do any damage. It's just about removing an evasion charge. So let's fire the low heat weapon. Jumping and firing a ton of laser weaponry on the same turn is a tricky one. Is Sand Cricket from, like, Minnesota? Space Minnesota? Now, the PPC, maybe this is where we want to do the precision shot, because obviously messing up his targeting sensors would be real strong.
Moving to position.
She is from Space Minnesota. Alright, so we got 99 health here. I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, hold on. Let's start with where's that AC-10? It's in the right torso. His right arm has a hatchet hold up. Is he literally holding a hatchet? Oh, he does. He has like an actual melee attachment. Oh, we gotta get one of these. Can I kill this thing just by taking out its legs? Or maybe we precision strike the head. How much health does it have in its head? 2%, huh? Do it. I believe in you. I believe in you, Sand Cricket. Aw, that's a shame. If she had hit that, she would have immediately been promoted to Commander. Reckless, get out of here. Sand Cricket's running the show now. Alright, that did reduce his initiative, so we get to fire both of these mechs at him before he does anything. I mean, I've got a pretty clean shot right now. It's not going to get any better. Actually, am I out of range? Am I out of optimal range here? No, this is not a long-range shot. Yeah, this is what we're getting.
Engaging target.
Okay, AC-10 crit. Love it. Love that.
Critical damage detected.
I'm receiving you.
Oh, okay. You know, if we just got the legs out from under him, that would also be real good.
All right.
He's looking pretty messed up. Oh, head hit.
That hit something good.
You know, if we knock him over a bunch and the pilot dies, that also leaves the mech in pretty good state for salvage. God, I wish we would have hit that PPC hit to the head. I know that a 2% shot is not likely to occur, but if you want to live in a world where you made the crazy 2% shot, you have to take the crazy 2% shot, you know? Sometimes it's worth it for the story. Now, unfortunately, they moved out of... Oh, good. Good sensor lock. That'll give the turret something to do. Here comes that big barrage of LRM fire. No? Really? Huh. Okay, they blew off his side torso. I think if that's the only torso damage he sustains, we still might be able to get 2 partial salvage off of him.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
Oh boy. Do we have a reading? Okay, it made it sound like we had an actual sensor reading. Well, we'd better wrap this up then.
I'm here.
Shoot, Rocket can't get vision. I mean, I can get vision. I want vision and cover, obviously. Well, he's taken pretty effective cover here. Maybe I need to just accept a turn of not firing?
Moving out.
We are actually just trying to hold out for reinforcements. We win the mission if we go 7 more rounds. I'm just going to brace here. I'm going to be tough as hell and burn off some heat because I'm in a bad position heat-wise. And you can just wait here for a minute, you beautiful sentient patch of haze, you. Yeah, I want the hatchet man to move first. It didn't even try firing the autocannon. Alright, Reckless. This is a good time to do that thing that you do, where you shoot the enemy a lot with your guns. We can't aim, so we just have to hope she's got it. Got it in her head to make the right shot, but hold on a second. Can we get close enough for the lasers? I'd have to jump. You jump in some pretty good cover, though. I lose my height advantage, and it is nice to be higher than the opponent. I think I'm going to go for it, though. I'm going to get aggressive with the blackjack here. Maybe this is wrong. I definitely heard some sensor beeps there. I don't see new contacts, though. Alright, do it.
All weapons committed.
Apparently we got incoming, so you got to take this thing down. We do not have time to play games with
Ready
him.
for orders.
See that? Trying to turn his strong side against the PPC. It's a good play. I can't get anywhere near being able to take a normal frontal shot, right? No, he arced us pretty good on this one. Can I jump into the base? Okay, that's a frontal shot.
Lift it off.
So you can see on the circle around them on the ground which arc you're firing into. You definitely want to be firing into the frontal arc for the chance to hit the damaged leg or just the center torso. Because as much as I would like to get 2 pieces of salvage off of this, I think it's probably not happening. We just don't have the precision necessary to make stuff like that work yet.
I'm receiving you.
We will get there. I'm going to step forward. I'm not certain that I want to commit all of my mechs to this side in case the new enemy contacts are coming up from over here or something.
Roger.
Okay, center torso out.
Target's down.
1 piece of hatchet man salvage. I want the big hatchet, please. That's the piece I would like. And the APCs are going to charge their vehicles, which may or may not actually be good for us, again, depending on where our new enemy contacts come in from. If they're coming in from over here, this is great for us, because the APCs will run up and take their early fire while we approach. But if they come in from the other side, the APCs are going to be useless for the rest of the mission, probably. Which is not ideal. And right now, they don't have any vision of us at all, so they're going to have a really hard time engaging those LRM batteries. They need spotting information, but it seems like neither of the vehicles have sensor lock, maybe?
Come on, people. Let's make it happen.
Alright, we hit 50 resolve. Pretty
Commander?
good. Alright, you know what you must do. Actually, can I melee this thing? No, when I hit the melee key, nothing happens. I assume I have to actually run over there. But maybe that's not correct. Hold on. I'm going to let the blackjack go first. We're going to sensor lock it, and we're going to see if my inability to hit it with melee is just because I can't see it when issuing the move order. Or, honestly, I don't even have to sensor lock. If I can just move to a position where I can see the thing. Yeah, I'm going to do this. It's a little dangerous, but the blackjack's pretty heavily armored. And this will give us information about what else lies ahead. Nothing else on this side. I bet they are coming up the other slope. Alright, so this is that LRM carrier. This is an SRM carrier. Okay, so we have to take this very seriously. 60 LRMs versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 60 SRMs is like exactly twice as deadly. Which is to say, maybe I don't want to save this for hey, let's see if the Jenner can step on it. Well, the Jenner's melee attack does like 40 or 50. Ah, man, I can't select it now during the blackjack's turn. Let's see. This thing's strongest part has 55. Okay, they all have 55 health. It doesn't have a turret section. So I think a Jenner Stomp is lethal no matter what. I'm going to go for this. The Jenner also could just burn it out with lasers because it has no heat on it right now. Let's see if we can burn this thing down with this mech. So we're firing into the rear armor. It has cover, so one autocannon shot won't cut it. But if both of the autocannons or one autocannon and the laser hit the same section, we're good. Nope, spread it out all over the place. We left it with 1 health. Alright, Jenner.
Standing by.
Do you have the stomp? It looks like you can get up on him. Yes, okay, so you just can't target melee on an enemy that you can't see. This is 35 damage, which against a vehicle doubles to 70, which means this is a kill. 95% chance to hit. Please, please, please hit. Alright, that's how you take out an SRM carrier right there. Shooting at him is a sucker's game, as we learned last time. I am cautiously optimistic. This is going well so far. So, am I firing into the same arc? No. The thing is, we only have to hit it with 1 missile in the back in order for it to die. I would love it if we could take that shot from far enough to this side that we were getting a back arc shot. But it looks like I actually can't move into any position that does that. So I just want to be in a position where I'm shooting into the right arc, because we can't hit the rear armor at all from the front. Yeah, I'm going to back off. Hold on, this is maybe outside of optimal range. Nope, oh yeah, that's right. You just take a target penalty for indirect fire. It's always difficult. Alright, I'm going to move this way a little bit. We're going to take our 80%.
Order acknowledged.
4 rockets fired. Each one of them with a roughly 1 in 3 chance to hit the back armor. And if one of them hits, this thing doesn't get a turn.
Target locked.
And if none of them hit, it still might not. Did get it.
Yes,
Alright.
Commander.
You still might be okay. To be perfectly honest with you, things might be fine. Because the turrets on their raised perches might have a shot on it. I'm gonna jump you this way, because I think we are probably done with this side of the battle. And somebody's got to be over here. We might just be eating 60 LRMs, but at this range, it won't have good shots on either of these two. It might not matter with 60 of them, but also LRMs only do 4 damage each. It's only potentially 240 damage. So yeah, the APCs are both going to drive over here and completely remove themselves from the battle. That's a shame. I'm really bummed out about the fact that the damage rounding worked out. Because I think we did. We hit the back armor with the weaker autocannon and a laser. And it just didn't quite get there. Unfortunately, none of our turrets have LRM pods on them. So he's going to roll back to a place where he has better range. Oof. Fortunately, the Jenner's pretty evasive. We almost lost that arm.
Damage.
Its 3 evasion charges are lifesavers. Certainly would have lost the arm if not for all of that evasion.
Standing by.
Alright, you just get over here and finish this, huh? We can't get close enough to melee, but we can get close enough to fire a whole lot of weapons into the side armor, and since we're firing into the side, every single one of these has a chance to hit the back armor and instantly kill it. And the side, honestly, like, the rest of the armor isn't that healthy either. He's definitely dead here. Nope. The damage was spread out over... we took side armor down to 1 as well. Incredible. I can't get a shot with you. No reason for you to take your turn now. Let's try the Centurion.
Yes, Commander.
Or the Vindicator, rather. Gotta get the Vindicator over to where I think enemies may be coming from. We'll drop that LRM pod on it again and hopefully hit one of the 2 damaged sections.
Roger that.
And if not, then the Blackjack does it, but I really would love to not have to do that. Absolutely cannot kill this thing. It's like actually invincible. Alright, if I fire from right here... Alright, please... Why am I not getting a targeting solution? There we go. 1, 13, 1. If I hit... I have a 90% chance to hit, and if we hit anywhere at all, it dies. I am going to fire both of the autocannons just to be sure. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to fire just the lasers. How about that? 13. He's got 20% damage reduction. So yes, either laser hitting at all is a kill, and that saves us 7 autocannon fire, or 7 autocannon rounds in case the second pod turns out to be real dangerous. Do it.
Engaging target.
Okay, good. Ridiculous.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Absolutely ridiculous that that thing survived that much. Alright, now the APCs have to start backing up the mountain very slowly, which means they're just not going to get up here in time to participate, probably. But, to be fair, we still don't know where the enemy actually is. We know they're moving. Like, it's taking time for their turns.
Waiting for the right move.
It's alright, we'll find it. Oh, was that? Aha, we got a sensor lock. We got something incoming. What are you? You are a Bulldog. SRM-4 large lasers. Alright, I'm glad I reserved Lassane Cricket. We can actually take a shot on that thing. That's a heavy vehicle. I mean, it says medium vehicle. To be fair, everything we've been fighting so far has had serious armor debuffs, because that's how they balance the, that's how they make it easy enough for you to be able to play the game at the very beginning of the campaign. Well, I just can't get a read on that at all, huh? Well, no reason to jump if I'm not going to be able to get the shot anyway.
On my way.
Alright, here we go. So actually, it's not that this thing is heavy, it's just that it has less ruined armor than a lot of our previous enemies have. So you got a couple of Bulldogs. They're big, but they're not actually that damaging. They do have a large laser, and we have to care about that. Large laser is big enough to be meaningful. Yeah, you're not getting back into the thing anytime soon. So I guess let's start with Sand Cricket. Sand Cricket... Oh, Sand Cricket doesn't have a shot, because, right, sensor locks wear off at the beginning of the turn.
Waiting for orders.
Let's just move Rocket up. Where's going to be my best shot? I could jump here. Yeah, let's jump up here, and then plan to jump again up onto the super high ground, and maybe get a little flank on them. I don't know that it's necessarily safe to get close enough to actually shoot them with the Jenner, but we can at the very least get close enough that they have to be concerned about their back armor and stuff. Maybe make slightly less optimal moves.
Engaging jump jets.
We can definitely put the Blackjack up on the ridge and just, like, spray autocannon fire down there. And this is close enough to provide me with a sensor lock on you.
Sensor lock on target.
I don't know if that's actually going to give anybody a shot, but we can hope. I don't think that we really want to do anything yet. I think I want to wait for them to come forward. We'll let them have their turn, and then we'll run the Vindicator over there and see if we can't find some shots. At the very least, we'll be able to pepper them with very, very small amounts of LRM fire. I'm a little worried about this mech. It naturally moves on 2, which suggests that it is a pretty dangerous one. We still have a lot of tools left, and nobody but the Jenner has actually taken any damage, so I am hopeful. I am somewhat sanguine about our chances. That is a Jaeger mech. That's a pretty tough mech. Hera AC-2s, a lot of missiles on it. Has a lot of armor. Alright, turrets are starting to absorb damage. The turrets are not actually buildings for the purpose of our objective, so we don't have to care too much about that. Okay, so the other vehicle is a Striker. SRM, LRM. Not super dangerous,
What's
but
up, boss?
fortunately pretty easy to kill. Let's see, I can move the Panther to here, where we just barely, it looks like, have a shot on... Boy, that targeting line is not actually in the arc. It makes me nervous. I'm going to move here and try this, and it's not going to work. What's his front armor look like? PVC's a big deal. I'm gonna jump, I think, just to make absolutely certain I have the targeting there. Yeah, let's jump. Plus, this does give us an extra point of evasion, and I don't think heat's really going to be an issue. Panther run's pretty cool. So I guess it doesn't really matter where I hit, just that I hit.
Locking on target.
We can be done with this Striker in a couple of shots if we're lucky. Alright, good sensor lock. This thing moving on 2 means my whole team gets to go before it does, which means I probably get to do some good damage here. Like, I can't get a decent shot with this thing even with a jump. Yeah, no straight lines. Alright, so we just walk then.
Confirmed.
And then, LRMs. Unlikely to do any meaningful damage, but no sense not firing them. And you know what? It is semi-frequently the case that a single point of damage becomes relevant. Awesome. Good teamwork. Maybe we'll be really happy we fired those. Who knows?
Commander?
Do I want to... We could try going for a precision shot to the leg. What are my odds on that? I'd really love it if we could just put this thing on the ground. Now, she's not a good enough shot to get that off. And there's no sense in lowering his initiative. Him being at 2 doesn't really help us. He's already after all of us. I'll just take the normal shot here. We'll take the we'll save the precision shots, the morale, for when we can actually make good use of them. So, you still have this thing to worry about. The jump's not going to get me firing range, so let's not jump. Save ourselves some heat. I'm probably not in any danger if I sprint all the way forward, but it's my right arm that's screwed up. Just in case, we'll turn this way as much as possible. Show them the left part of the mech. Oh, there's another contact back there. Alright, well, we're okay so far. There's nothing to panic about yet.
Engaging jump jets.
Unfortunately, all this jumping is making it hard to bleed off heat. Did I pick up another contact? Oh no, I got close enough that I got the read on that guy. Well, so he has 3 points of sensor impairment. We should sensor lock the other guys to figure out what their deal is. Let's sensor lock this unit.
Sensor lock on target.
Okay, so they're both bulldogs then, because I think that's the one we had seen before.
I'm here.
You get to move forward into a very strong cover position. Yep, I can even get a second point of evasion. Let's just present 720 armor with cover and bulwark, and then let this dude have it. Now see, this is where I might want a precision strike. Nah, we still, like, we just don't... There's no sense aiming for anything in particular because we can't hit anything in particular. And we don't need the precision strike bonus to our just chance to hit. Okay. That's encouraging. We don't know how much health that pilot has. It's probably 3 to 4. You can get a 5th point of health, but you have to be pretty far up the guts track, I believe. So, if that guy has 4 health, we just took 1 off. Destroy a leg, it'll do a point of damage through the knockdown. Oof. Man, that's a lot of projectiles. I'm wondering if we could maybe get most of this mech. I would love to have a Jaeger mech. Be a big, big improvement for our company. They're going to mess up our turret support real bad. Fortunately, the Jaeger mech is just standing in the open with no evasion. Alright, I love this. Stripping the legs. Okay, now we start...
Receiving you.
Now we start aiming for the legs.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, gonna reveal myself. Just make sure I am turned all the way to the left. Be very, very careful about this. Do not want to lose my, Oh, man. This side is all screwed up a little bit, too. Alright. Be very, very careful.
Order acknowledged.
I don't want to show my back armor to the Bulldog, but I'm living in fear as well. Alright, from the side arc, the leg's a real easy shot.
Target locked.
It has 48 health. Oh, that wasn't enough. Oh no, never mind, it was. I thought it was just a laser and a couple missiles, but it must have been 2 of the lasers. Alright, so that's 2 points of health off of that pilot. That's one thing to think about. The other thing to think about is that if we break off that other leg, it just can't move anymore. I think if you destroy both legs, it's out. Pretty sure. Do I want to focus? Do I want to keep focusing on it, or does it make sense to go after the Bulldog for a second? No, we want to take care of this. This is the greatest danger by far.
Fire in all weapons.
Ooh, that was a center shot. I mean, listen, if we kill it, that's good enough for me. I'd love to get some good salvage off of this, but it might just not be feasible. Our pilots aren't good enough yet. All right, focus, focus. We're probably just going to core it. We'll aim for the leg. Okay, one of those lasers hit the leg. Oh, the pilot did only have 3 health. So yeah, headshot plus torso damage plus the knockdown.
Commander?
That is why pilot health matters. Like an awful lot. And then that means that Centurion gets to clip one of these vehicles, and all of a sudden, we're in great shape. Alright, turrets. I believe in you. You can get this guy. Those APCs are almost back in the fight. This one is deciding that he made a mistake, trying to go up the rocky part of the path. Turns out, not that effective. Okay. I'm probably going to move the Jenner back to the other side of the mountain.
Commander,
Oh, man.
I'm hit.
That's bad luck. Yeah, I'm going to move the Jenner back to the other side of the mountain. It can just disengage. There's no sense in staying in the battle anymore. Although I'm a little worried that maybe this Bulldog's going to focus on the Jenner too, right? So happy we put a pilot with Bulwark in the Jenner. Oh, none of the turrets had any shots. That's a
I'm
shame.
receiving you.
You need to get the hell out of here.
Copy that.
Good work. Go home. Rest. Ice your bullet wound. Are you supposed to do that? Is that a good thing to do? Ice a bullet wound? Having the pilot and the Jenner have sensor lock would be useful for situations like this. It's definitely a thing worth thinking about. Can I jump down to a... I cannot get a shot with you. Okay, well, you're just going to reserve then. I'm sure the Blackjack still has them. Just put this guy away. I hope.
All weapons committed.
Alright. I have been guilty of underestimating vehicles a little bit in the past.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Yes, Commander.
We can move this way a little bit and try to get a shot, but I think what I'm going to do instead is just reserve until after his turn, in the hopes that he will move into a position that's a little easier to shoot. And the APCs don't seem to have any idea how they want to get up the mountain. Look at this
I'm
cowardice.
receiving you. Orders?
I mean, I guess we give chase a little bit. I think that a lot of this is going to come down to the blackjack. You death from above a vehicle? Probably, right? That might be the play, actually. Just get down there and stomp on him. They're actually just driving back and forth at this point.
Waiting for orders. Affirmative. 10-4.
Oh, that didn't destroy him? Gee, what a surprise. Oh, okay. I guess that was the last round we had to do. I'll take it. That was very successful. I feel really good about that. The Jenner came a little bit close to taking some some extremely real damage. But yeah, even going for the amount of salvage we went for, we still made 437,000 C-bills. And we get to take a couple pieces of a couple of real big mechs home. So the Jenner structural damage looks pretty minor. Yeah, this shouldn't take a long time to repair. Also, 2,000 XP is a good mission. So, 2 pieces of that Jaeger mech. No, all 3, even though it was damaged, even though the part of the torso was blown off. The fact that the pilot was the way it went down, I guess, is all that really matters. So we get to take home a whole 65-ton mech. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Confirm. And they gave us the Hatchet Man, too. This is beautiful. Actually, apparently, we already had a Cicada portion. So we're really close to making some big upgrades to the team. This was a good mission to take 314 on. Get 2 SRM 6 pods, another large laser. None of those LRM 20s. That's a shame. I am certainly not complaining about this loot, though. That was fantastic. And I think that is everything of value on this planet. We're working hard toward making enemies. We're getting some big crew upgrades. We managed to hire on a new body, you know. And she seems to have a work ethic. So I'm struggling to find nice things to say about her without actually knowing anything. The Jaeger Mech A model attempts to provide an indirect fire support platform that can dish out damage without ever being seen. Lower overall focus damage capability, but usually mounts decent armor. So the bad news is we don't have the... we're definitely putting the Spider in storage, no question. The bad news is we don't really have the items to mount on it to make it effective. Let's have a quick look at this thing. We got 2 ballistic hardpoints, 2 laser hardpoints, 4 missile hardpoints. Heat efficiency's through the roof when it has no weapons mounted on it. Okay, let's go to the shop real quick and see what is available in terms of long-range missile pods. Not much, actually. This is a really bad shop. That's actually really a shame. Well, let's buy an AC-5, I suppose. We can mount that on it.
New weapon systems available.
We'll buy the LRM-5 as well. It's cheap enough for it not to be a big deal.
New weapon systems available.
So I guess I'll buy both of these.
New weapon systems available.
You can buy a flamethrower? I don't think we need a flamethrower. But also it's 22,000. You know what?
New weapon systems available.
Cheap as free, right? How long until we complete the Mech Bay 2 upgrade is still 19 days out. It's a long upgrade. Well, we can put some weapons into it, but it looks like we're actually going to have to shop around before this thing's going to be any good. Alright, let's see what we can do to it right now. We can put the AC-2 on there. Put this AC-5 on there. Mount it with the LRM pods that we have, which is not a lot. And then, obviously, we're going to need some ammo bins. How many rockets are in each of these? 120 rounds? So we're firing 25 rounds per shot. Yeah, it probably makes sense to have 2 ammo bins. And then, we can mount a large laser on it. So I want to put the good weapons on one side. And the ammo on the other side, I think. And then we can just strip a little armor, because we're not trying to get this thing close to anybody. Let's pull... I need to pull a ton of armor, or like one of the ammo bins, or maybe not have the AC2 on there. I mean, this is a pretty high damage AC2. 35 is still pretty good. It's a 22-day build that we're talking about here. Let's cut a little bit of armor from the... I was about to say from the rear of the mech, but actually almost has no rear armor already. Yeah, we'll just strip some armor from the front. So like we'll make a couple of minor reductions to everywhere. Jeez, that was only half a ton that I just pulled off. This is the crummy arm. Yeah. Heat efficiency, not so good. It's alpha striking at 58 heat. Maybe I should cut the autocannon. Oh, there's no... Okay, hold on. There's not even any autocannon ammo in here yet. We gotta cut one of these autocannons. The AC5 is... Actually, you know what? This AC5 is only 10 more damage than this AC2. And there's a serious weight difference. This is 8 tons. And this one is only 6. So hold on, we'll do that. We'll put some autocannon ammo. I don't have any autocannon ammo bins. Okay, hold on. We'll go to the store. Discard all those changes. Some of them were real bad. I need an AC2 ammo bin, please. Each one contains 25 rounds. Should be more than sufficient. So this is not an ideal Jaeger mech, but we'll work on it. For the moment, I'm just happy to have one. Alright, so AC2, LRM-10, LRM-5. Maybe I want to put an LRM ammo bin on each side, just so that if something bad does happen to this side, we still have ammo to fire. That does mean that each side is potentially going to have an ammo explosion, but distributed risk, probably a good idea. Large laser, AC2 ammo bin in the weak side. This ammo is not mission critical. It's just nice to have. Okay. What else do we want to put in? We're all good on rockets. We could mount another laser. Oh, you know what? Do I want to run a large laser, or do I want to run a PPC in that spot? Probably the PPC, right? So the difference is PPC generates 35 heat, 7 tons, 50 damage, only 10 more damage than the large laser, but the particle cannon inflicts stability damage. Laser weapons do not inflict stability damage. We haven't knocked enemy mechs over very much just through filling their stability bar, but this mech is going to help with that a lot, because it has an autocannon and all of these missiles. Each one of these tiny missiles does 2 stability damage. So when we fire 25 missiles at something, we're actually going to fill that bar up considerably. I think I want to run a PPC in this slot instead of a large laser. And that means we probably should stop adding weapons. We should just, like, cram some heat sinks in here and then call it a day. It doesn't currently have any jump jets. We also don't even own any jump jets of this size. Then I could put, like, I could just throw a medium laser in this side. Just, you know, a close range defensive weapon. So on a long range burst, it's going to generate 35, 45, and then 18 more. Jesus, that's a lot of heat. We're not going to be able to fire this thing full blast very much. We don't have the heat sinks to make it much better, though. Listen, we'll make modifications later.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
They probably have heat sinks here. We could We could just buy a bunch of heat sinks. So the Jaeger mech is a heavy mech. You know, it doesn't really need jump jets because it has so much indirect fire capability. Yeah, it's heavy. So if we wanted to buy jump jets for it, we got to buy the H's. This is just like absolutely the wrong button, and I pressed it again. I pressed it a second time. 66k each, and they're a ton each. We should definitely just buy some heat sinks, though. I mean, they're going to be selling heat sinks where we're going. I suppose this could wait.
New equipment available.
But it's all going to be before the next thing anyway. The next, what do you call it? The next financial report is the word I wanted. Alright, so we'll fix up the Jaeger mech a little bit more next time we have some good stuff for it. It's going to take forever to get that thing into operational status. We probably don't need the commando fixed at all. We'll leave it in the queue. I definitely want the Jenner done first, though. So the Jaeger mech will be up in 29 days. We're not going to have it for the next thing. Let's figure out where we're going. Oh, I guess, hold on. Before we do anything else, let's actually level up our dudes. We got a lot of XP on those last few missions. So, you are probably saving up. I want to actually get to Ace Pilot and stuff. Reckless, on the other hand, nope, also saving up. We're going straight to Breaching Shot. I'll worry about the wounded pilots when they're not wounded anymore.
Orders. Standing by.
Sand Cricket, what do we want to do with you? So we don't currently have anybody headed for Master Tactician, do we? Okay, that answers that question. That's what we do with you. You are going to be the person who is good at piloting the mechs very quickly.
Training confirmed, Commander.
So who's out of the medbay first? Rocket will be available in 18 days. So we have to hire another pilot, or we have to travel for 18 days. Let's, I guess, see what it looks like out here. Now, we do have a travel contract to Arn, which is a very low difficulty... No, this is a terrible place. I don't want to go here. Oh, this is the Flashpoint. 2.5 skulls. Employed by the Lyran Commonwealth. Engagement is short. Bonus reward, uncommon items. Interesting. And we'd be up against the Capellans. I do like that idea. House Steiner requires your assistance in leading a Davion Steiner convoy across a broad swath of hostile terrain. Payment will be remitted upon the safe delivery of the convoy's payload. Expires in 169 days. You know what? Let's do some other stuff to get our Jaeger mech fixed up first, and then we'll do this. So let's jump to another world nearby that is within like 20 days or so. Former Star League presence, inner sphere level civilization, so the place has got some decent advanced technology. It's a research world, so there may be some really cool components for sale here with all these crates. The Capellans are active here. It's owned by the Capellans. We could go in there and like maybe work for the pirates and cause some trouble. 60,000, 14 days. 14 days would put me on the Jaeger mech's not ready to go, and we're short a pilot, right, in 14 days? Although we could get there and just hang out for 4 days and let Rocket recover. I like it. I like that. Let's do that. Let us go and see how New Roland treats us. Unusually mobile and predatory plant life. So most residents live on the coastlines and work on the oceans, which is also where most of the non-insectile animal life dwells. Weird. A lot of weird places out there in space.
Bio command.
I'm hoping that with this being like a proper civilized world, and a place where lots of research is done, there'll be a lot of like basic stuff available, and so hopefully we'll be able to buy the LRM pods that we want. In the morning briefing, Smire asks something unexpected. So, what's the story with those mech warriors bowling in the barracks hallways? Darius crosses his arms over his chest. I've already put an end to that. Sand Cricket and Centurion were calling it corridor bocce. I shut it down as a matter of discipline. You turn to Darius. Well, how much trouble have their games caused? They're playing on unused corridors, so not much, but it's only a matter of time before something or someone gets damaged. We should really repair the gym in the beta pod instead. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. But morale it's good for people to have high morale, it's good for people to be able to have fun. It's good for the people on the ship not to want to kill Darius, because I need him. He's an important diplomatic conduit. Let's host one last public game. We'll have kind of an event like, yeah, guys, I know, listen, we're going to make the gym a priority, but we really can't be doing this. The next day, mech warriors and crew crowd into a narrow barracks hallway to watch Sand Cricket face off against Centurion in one final game of corridor bocce. In what turns out to be the last play, Sand Cricket makes an unfortunate throw that causes their ball to ricochet off a protruding surface panel, bounce up, and hit Centurion square in the nose. She collapses to the floor in a heap. Despite the outcome, the crew continue to talk about the match for days afterward, and visit Centurion in the med bay for some lighthearted ribbing. So okay, injury on Centurion, she's going to be out for a while, but morale up. Morale is super valuable. How bad is it? It's 18 days. Yeah. Maybe we just chill out on New Roland for a week and don't do anything. I know we have a limited number of total days here, but I think that was worth doing. It's unfortunate that someone got injured, but there was always a possibility that that wouldn't happen, even though Darius specifically warned us about it. You know what Darius is? My number one description of him as a person is he's a worrier. So basically, I thought his concerns were unfounded and not worth listening to. It's alright. Maybe we'll hire on another body at the new planet. We'll work things out once we get to New Roland. And a point of morale is valuable. We pay an awful lot of C-bills for a point or two of morale every month. Yeah, I can't wait until we hit the next morale threshold, actually. This is going to be a big deal. It's at 31. Yeah, 25 resolve points per round. That's significant. Alright, we're not going to do anything significant here.
Nest egg is just about gone.
Looks like we've arrived.
But let's have a look at the stores and stuff before we stop. So we are 15 days from the financial report. It's enough time to get all of our pilots back on their feet if we want. So we can definitely afford to just hang out. Let's see what the store has available. Parts for a Cicada, a Jaeger mech, and a Vindicator. We could finish our Cicada. Oh, never mind. This is a Cicada 2A. It's a different build. We don't have any of these. What is my Cicada? What is the thing we have in the storage? We have a Cicada 3C. Slightly slower than the 2A, but more room for weaponry and armor. So there's a in the tabletop game, you can adjust the size of your mech's engine, which of course takes up tonnage and space, but also determines your movement speed. There's no ability to adjust a mech's engine in this game, but it sounds like this is a Cicada that has been adjusted to a smaller, weaker engine. Alright, well, that's unfortunate. I thought we were going to be able to finish another cool mech there. We have a couple of interesting autocannons. A stability damage autocannon is certainly interesting. Another stability damage autocannon. It's a very stability damage focused world. LRM 15 with bonus crit chance. Now that's something I'm very interested in. We're not going to buy it right now because the purchase price would put us below making payroll. SRM 2s with plus 4 damage, so 12 times 2. That's actually not that bad of a weapon. An arm mod that gives plus 30 stability damage on melee attacks. That's cool. And then just, you know, the basic stuff. Ooh, a targeting system. Plus 1 accuracy for all energy weapons on the mech you install it on. That could be real useful. Alright, they have some stuff here I am interested in acquiring. Out of curiosity, who is in the hiring hall? Dustraker. Check that out. He's got some kind of fancy icon. What is this? Oh, this person's a Kickstarter backer. Fair enough. 3372. And then there's also a 5362 available, which I think is probably a better dude. And actually the game seems to agree. His pay is slightly higher. A mercenary recruit and mercenary corporal. Okay, so this dude's got some combat experience on him. And then down here, Sandbag.
Nothing I can do.
Wow, Sandbag requires a really high MRB rating to hire, and I think he actually looks like a worse pilot than Saber. Weird. And let's take a quick look at the contracts before we stop for the moment. Oh, by the way, I think we're taking, I saw there as we were leaving, I think we're taking a serious penalty to our store prices for how much the Capellans dislike us. Oh, but look at that. 2 pirate jobs. 2 pirate jobs against the Capellans. That's very, very interesting. We might try to do just like 1 or 2 things here and then bounce to a new world. I don't know. We'll see. Because it seems to me that it's maybe not safe to stay here for a long time. And one final thing before we go. Let's check in on our score. We're currently showing a score of 54,000 points. All the numbers are going up. You know how I love to make the numbers go up. It is my favorite thing. We're earning a lot of points from negative faction reputation, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, we're working on it. How high do I have to get maximum MRB rating? Well, that doesn't really tell me that much. I'm assuming this is 500. Each one of the bars is 100 points. Or man, maybe each one, maybe it's a full bar equals a star? And so, like, we're 1 full bar and almost another 5th, which would make the bars, like... That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Then each full bar would be, like, 60, and the max rank would be, in the neighborhood of 300. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We don't need to know that. We just need to make the number keep going up. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time when we maybe get chased off-world by the Capellan Confederation. And we'll see you then.